Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Duke CT. How are you doing this Thursday evening? Hope all is going well and everything is, you know, everything is going well. And with you and yours. I'm doing fine. Just recently finished a stream with with the Immortal Phoenix Rising. I might do a little bit after, but knows? Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about what happened last Thursday. Some stuff happened, and there it is. Let me just see. Here he is. Let me just get the um. Wonder if I can get this picture stuff here. As Danhausen is all elite, as he basically was a shock. A shock that people thought that it was going to be. Some thought it was going to be Johnny Gargano. People thought it was hyping that up. Most I didn't hear anything about Johnny Gargano, but yet the fans, once again, people got that stuff in their heads that think about it. Some people might, that stuff here, but yet, people are mad. But most people were surprised when this guy showed up. I mean, the guy who knows pretty much, just knows how to hustle and everything. And I think Danhausen, he, might not be some people's cup of tea and such, but he has a connection with the crowd. He has a connection with people. And heck, he got on this indie wrestler somehow got on, uh, you know, maybe like a podcast. He got on, goodness, I'm blanking on the name. Gosh, gosh, oh my goodness, Conan O'Brien's podcast, which is far away from the wrestling stuff out there. You have, um, he got his, sells out his own coffee. I don't drink coffee, but a lot of people love that. Heck, yeah, Xavier Woods to wear his merch on his G4. People seem to really like this dude, and I think a lot of people are going to be really surprised. Maybe he will. He's not going to be the world champion. Who knows? But yet, this guy already had his parks in there. He calls, the Gun Club, uh, yeah, the Ass Boys and such. So, yep. And then Brody King is like, oh no, he followed me here. Yeah, former Ring of Honor champion. And I'm like, hey, this is gonna be good. Former Ring of Honor tag champ, I believe, Brody King. Uh and also no, 6 man, I believe. Yeah, 6 man. But you know what? Tony, I think this was a good pickup for Tony Khan. Something like, you can sit back and make some money with Danhausen. I think this is actually some good the smart thing to do with Danhausen is just keep him around Dark Elevation. Hell, give him some interview segments, interview stuff on the Rampage, interview stuff on, with him and the Gun Club, just messing things around. And if you really want to do something, maybe, get some people behind him or something. Make the version like Oddities 2.0. You know, Danhausen's evil group or whatever, but they're not really evil, but the crowd likes them. Seriously, have the Oddities 2.0 with Danhausen, which would actually be pretty good. And honestly, people will love that. Seriously, people will go back and look at the Odysseys, man. The Odysseys were over as hell. They were over like hell, and people really loved them. So, yeah, that's going to be. Yep, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that he might be doing. You know, Hmm, so. Hmm. So yeah, I think that's going to be. I think that's going to be a way to finally. I think that's going to be something. Um, I think that will actually be good for the company because Danhausen, very evil, very elite. So I think that's going to probably be it. But that's my thoughts on that, and I feel like really bad for the Johnny Gargano probably got light up, because I'm like, dude, Johnny Gargano's loving life right now. He's streaming, he's having fun, he's waiting for his pregnant wife to give birth. He wants to be a dad. Why don't people let him be a dad? Let him be a dad. Let him be a father. Let him be the he's like, okay, I'm done. Let me just sit back and relax a bit. Let's sit back. Let him sit back and relax, man. It's been like he left like a month ago, man. Like, come on, y'all need to chill. Come on, wrestling fans need to chill. All right, let's chill. Let's all chill. AEW need to hire, don't need to hire everybody. They still got their own stars. But that's just me. That's just my personal opinion. They need to chill. A lot of guys and gals need to chill on stuff, But that's just my personal opinion. Anyway, let's get to other stories. I'm going to get some other stories here as we talk about some other stuff here. And well, let's see. Before you take a little break, we're going to talk about. Let's see. Kao the Kangaroo. We're going to talk about that and remasters and focus. So we're going to be talking about that, reboot, and everything else. We're going to talk about war games. Kao the Kangaroo, and we're going to be talking about. Just pause that. I don't want anyone to, get. I don't want to get in trouble. So, that's my thing. I don't want to get any type of stuff. So I'm going to just pick a good story. So yeah, I'm gonna put this right here. Yeah, there we are. I think this is better stuff here. I'll put that story, put this stuff here. But let's see. We got the right articles, so we'll sit back and talk about Kyle. Kale the Kangaroo and the remaster and what other games that should be remastered here live on the Dukect Lounge. We'll be right back. Right after this. This is the Dukect Lounge live on YouTube and TalkShoe.com. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back live here on talkshoe.com. And hopefully you are sitting back and having a good old time. Hopefully, because honestly, everyone needs to, people need to relax and chill. You know what I'm saying? Just people need to relax and chill and, you know, sit back and have a nice uh, bit of, positivity. And speaking of positivity, Dreamcast star Kao the Kangaroo is coming back, and it's not in POG form. I mean, this is a surprising thing. I didn't see, because honestly, I did see, once upon a time, I used to go walk in GameStop and I saw the sequel of Kao Round 2. In fact, I still see it when I go like gaming conventions. I'm like, oh, the PS2, should I play it or no? And I'm like, no, that's what it is. It's very interesting how Kao, the Kangaroo, coming back, and these platformers are coming back. It's you know, it's very interesting to see this type of series that really didn't get much love. In it wasn't like the biggest platform, because there are tons of great platformers around that same area. I mean, there came Dreamcast, who's got Sonic and all this other stuff. But when it went to the multi-platform, you had you had basically a lot of platform games in 2000s. Let me just name a couple of them. Let's see. There were lots of platform games in the 2000s. But I mean, let's see. There was let me just look. Fun to see. You got like Spyro, not just that, but Tomb Raider, Banjo Tooie, which was real good. Stuff like that. Conquer Bad Fur Day. There were many, and I mean many type of stuff. But I'm not only the big stuff. I'm talking about the little stuff, stuff that people seem to. There's like, I Ninja, remember that? Um, you know, there's a ton of these, platform game stuff. Um, there's so many of them there. I mean, not just like Gex the Gecko, you got like Rayman, you had, so many, yeah, Tide, the Tasmanian Tiger. And heck, you got Tack and the Power of Juju. In fact, I had a TV series, a cartoon TV series. If you remember that, ladies and gentlemen, just there was a ton of those things. Just stuff like say, there was so many, you know, video games out there that fits that type of the platform, doing all these type of games and everything. Just so many platform games, and like so many of them that has count in the 2000s, and stuff like that no one seems to um you know no one seems to really remember. I mean, they someone like, okay, we remember the Sly Coopers and the Ratchet and Clanks, but no one seems to remember the games like this, and now they're coming back. You know, but coming back, which is, kind of interesting, very interesting to see, and to have this type of, this, that type of, platforms and everything else. There's so many, platform games that sometimes they just fade away into, of forgottenness. In fact, I think I actually reviewed one of them. Let me just see if I can get the stuff right. Let's see. I think I reviewed one of those games. Let's see. I think I did. Let me just see if I can look at my stuff here. I know I did it. It was I think it was a part of a contest too. It was a couple of years ago. Let's see where I can find it. What's Paper Mario slash this? There it is. It. That's Wario Land. No. Oh, that's another one. Wario Land. Let's see where is it? It was like oh, well, let's see. Kaya Dark Language. I mean, that stuff was really. I mean, talk about a game that no one talk about, and also Legend of K. Remember that Legend of K? In fact, that got a remaster too, and it supposedly had wanted to have a sequel too. I'm trying to see Legend of K Anniversary, which supposedly um, they had an anniversary version. Um, they saying that that was going to be a sequel was going to be there. Legend of Anniversary, which came out like a couple years ago. We haven't heard any news of the sequel yet. In fact, I don't know if it sold well. I mean, Legend of K Anniversary. Um, let's see any news about it. Because I don't see anybody talking about this game anymore. But yet they said they were going to have a sequel, but yet nobody really talks about it. It's amazing because it originally was on the PS2, uh, PS2 of 2005. Then it went on the DS, and then went on the you know released the 2015, and then worldwide on the Xbox, PC, PS4, PS3, Wii U, and Xbox 360 on 2015, and then on the Nintendo Switch a couple years ago, 2018. No one see, and then just fade away, which is a shame because I really like the series. You know, voice acting is not good, but maybe I hope this doesn't befalls Kao the Kangaroo. Hope he doesn't fall with that, and it will be the biggest. In this game, he's going to be trying to find the missing sister and find out what happened to his long lost father. Which, they sold over around more than you know, on the 700,000 um units. That's respectable for us. A game series that's not big time, but that's respectable. You know. I just hope that there's actually good stories here. It looks fun. Reminds me of Crash Bandicoot. My hope is that at least it looks at decent production values, but it is a trailer. I want right. You didn't hear any voice acting, so maybe they're gonna go real retro and have no voice acting. Who knows? Who knows at this point? But that's what I think that's what probably is going to that's what I hope I hope there's some good stuff here because I like to see more not just old but maybe new ideas, new platformers because as much as I like ladies and gentlemen, as much as I like to see old some I don't know like these old stuff here. I want new platformers. Let me see if I can find platform games right now. I want to see some good platform games. What's going on right now for platform games? And because I think there's some good stuff right now, and I do want to see more new stuff because that's a genre that people say, oh, it's this, that, and the other. I think you can like I say, I think you can find some good platform games. Um you know, you know, like I said, there's some stuff there that just I hope that more of them get a shot. You know, stuff like I say, more good stuff there. I mean, really good just stuff. I would like to see some good, like I said, I'm playing one right now, Mortal Phoenix Rising. It's basically it's Legend of Zelda, but basically in Greek mythology. But I want to see more games that have platformers, but also really good. I want more platformers, more not just more platformers, but also I want to see some, just good ones and get people into new ones and remasters of the old. I don't want too many old stuff to come back. But also, I want to have stories and some good stories. If to give them a second chance, yes, I want to see. It'd be nice seeing. For example, Battle for Metal Arms come back. I want to see more. Stuff like maybe I Ninja can come back. Maybe you can have more. See what else. More stuff like remasters and more games that can from the past get a second chance of life. But also, I want them to have the best type of the best way to come back for these games. I want to see these games come actually be like, man, these games are actually really good. These games are actually very good, but also they could just be like, yeah, this is actually really good, and it does very well to like I said, connect with the crowd, but also give new ideas and new ways to actually new ways to do tricks and everything else, tricks and new ways to new gaming conventions or something. I don't know what you could do new because honestly, everything has been done, but I'm just saying maybe do something interesting in ways that are, something that a lot of people seem to, just. I think if you do correctly, you can actually have something very, a game, not just a series, but a genre to continue to build itself up. That's what I say. Anyway, gonna take a. I think that's a good rest of me talking about this stuff here because, quite honestly, there's some really good ideas and everything else here. But I want to talk about something that's not really. That's something that people don't really. I mean, there's some people are talking about this, but I think someone else will talk about this in the gaming landscape. Crimson Video Game Company. The Akili Interactive and such, who made an EndeavorRX, an FDA-approved treatment for ADHD, just goes public. I don't want to talk about that and about how these the FDA approved treatment for ADHD and stuff like that, which could be good and help kids as well. Which I'll talk a little about that more after we take a little break. We'll be right back here in the lounge. Thank you so much for listening here live on TalkShoe and on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. It's a total shell shock. It's a total shell shock. Blast of the past, gonna kick your ass. Only one man standing and I'll be the last. Break after ran has to reach the goal. Always too many to the California road. Using both sides, so things get easy. But holding in a kick is much more easy to fuck up the footwear. Good to go. Don't drop to the face cause my face is no.
Prepare for round two, get ready for the hit. I'm a main man, vanilla, you know I'm gonna kick it. Take you to school, try harder than that. The shredder may be clever, but I'll strip out the rap. Going toe to toe with a beat maker genius. I'm gonna catch a live Peter Cup Venus. Please with my whole slice, it's time to rock. Dude, get ready for a total shell shock. It's a total shell shock.
And we are back. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Dukect Lounge. And, well, we're talking about this thing right here. The Akili Interactive makes EndeavorRX and FDA approved treatment ADHD, but this prescription video game company goes public. Let's look at the article. Akili Interactive, the company behind the first video game to get approved as a medical treatment, announced today it will go public through a merger with social capital's Suvretta Holdings Group, which is run by former Facebook executive Kamala Palihapitiya. Tramada Palihapita. Hopefully, I pronounced that right. The deal values the company at $1 billion. The Food and Drug Administration approved the Akili Active first product, a video game called EndeavorRX, used to treat ADHD in children in 2020. The company is still working towards full commercialization of the game, but said in filings today that around 1,000 doctors have written prescriptions for the game so far. The company has a slate of other products in the pipeline as well. And finally, it said it's working on expanding ADHD treatment to other groups like adults and younger children, and also studying ways to use to expand the use of its tech into conditions like autism spectrum disorder, depression, and memory. Researchers started testing to see if EndeavorRX can help with cognitive issues in people who had COVID-19 in April 2021. Akili Interactive's announcement comes during the surge in interest in digital health and digital products as medical treatments. Another digital therapeutics company, Peer Therapeutics, went public in December. The FDA approved two VR-based therapeutics this fall, one that treats lazy eye in children and a second for chronic pain. Augmented reality company Magic Leap is pushing into healthcare and announced this much that it was giving early access to its new headsets to four health companies, including a group working on diagnostics and treatments that cause dizziness. Palihapitiya is expected to become the chair of Kelly's Interactive Board of Directors. The company said in a statement, the former Facebook executive has heavily criticized social media in the past few years and said in 2017 that it's ripping apart the social fabric and how society works. And now he's working with digital, maybe she sees this as, a way to help people, much like social media, which has gone through a lot of, well, let's be honest, social media has, done a lot of negative things. And let's see if I can get to this story here. What she said here. He said this here. He said this back in 2017, and said, um, he says right there, right here, he says he feels tremendous guilt about the company he helped make. I think we have created tools that are ripping apart the social fabric of how society works, he told an audience at Stanford Graduate School of Business before recommending people take a hard break from social media. Pilot Pod's criticisms were aimed not only at Facebook, but the wider online ecosystem. The short term, dopamine driven feedback loops we created are destroying how society works, he said, referring to online interactions driven by hearts, likes, thumbs up. No civil discourse, no cooperation, misinformation, mistruth. And that's not an American problem. This is not about Russian ads. This is a global problem. He went on to describe in an incident in India where hoax messages about kidnapping were shared on WhatsApp that led to the lynching of 7 innocent people. That's what we're dealing with, said Polyepta. Uh, and imagine taking that to the extreme, where bad actors can now manipulate large swaths of people to do anything you want. It's just a really bad state of affairs. He says he tries to use Facebook as little as possible, and that his children aren't allowed to use that shit. Good man. Just don't even use any social media at all until you're old enough. And honestly, I don't think the kids have me in social media altogether. In fact, including ads, which I think that is a real, and I think personally, I think that's the best way to protect the children is not even have them online, not even on Facebook, Twitter, um, you know, anything else, video, audio, and anything else. That's just me. That's just my personal opinion. No kids at all. But yeah, that's a good person. He says he believes the company does overly good, but yeah, he just says right here a consensus objector and to social media and that Facebook and others have succeeded by exploring a vulnerability in human psychology. The former product manager at the company, Antonio Garcia Marquez, has said Facebook lies about its ability to influence individuals based on the data it collects on them, and wrote a book, Chaos Monkeys, about his work at the firm. These and former employees have all spoken out at the time when worry about Facebook's power is reaching fever pitch. In the past year, concerns about the company's role in the U.S. election and its capability to amplify fake news have grown, while others have focused on how social media site has been implicated in atrocities like the ethnic cleansing of Myanmar's Rohingya ethnic group. In his talk, Palita criticized not only Facebook, but Silicon Valley's entire system of venture capital funding. He says that investors pump money into these shitty, useless, idiotic companies rather than investing in real problems like climate change and disease. Pilot currently runs his own VC firm, Social Capital, which focuses on funding companies in sectors like healthcare education. So it does fit here. He wants to help people, and now him investing in Akili Interactive looks more clear and focused because he wants to use technology to help people instead of just using money and power to divide people for profit and such. So good on him. And he says right there, which pretty much I think most people on YouTube, Twitter, and everything else is. Which, by the way, yeah, he says that everybody's bullshitting. If you're in a seat and you have good deal flow and you have precious capital and there's a massive tailwind of technical change, yeah, I mean, over time you get one of the 20 companies that become successful. You look like a genius, and nobody wants to admit that, but that's the fucking truth. Well, you know what? He ain't wrong. He's not wrong, and him being a part of if him being a part of this, I believe that this actually, I think he probably gonna do more good with this than what he did with Facebook. Well, that's my hope, and I hope that there will be more these digital and using not just console games but also VR. My thing with VR is that it's a cost thing because how many people are going to spend we don't even have supplies to get stuff here, much less the cost, the absolute cost of like these machines and everything. And that's how many people are going to go and say these are help to help people, but they can't afford these stuff. How are they going to afford the games? Is the health insurance or insurance companies are going to say here's a VR machine? Are they going to cover VR machines or consoles or anything else. You know, what if the people who are, that are prescribed these things, which these games and digital stuff, and they can't, they can't, like, for example, they're in a place where it might be like you have to use online stuff. Guess what? You can't use online stuff because, your place has like little to no online. There's no way you can get data and everything and such. You can't get data because there's no online components there. Also, what if it's like I said, financial stuff too. So I worry about that because that's going to be the main issue with these type of games and this type of stuff is that's going to be one of the main causes. And just the financial stuff, the VR stuff and online, but also room. If you're in VR, you need a ton of space. Because if you have like a small room and a small place, and then, oh, I'm really getting help, you hit like a wall or like a desk, if you hear that desk, it knocks you out of the illusion. It knocks you out of like, oh my goodness, I'm not here. I'm not actually getting something fixed in my lazy eye, or maybe doing stuff for a workout or exercise. I'm in my house. I'm in my own space, and it just breaks the immersion. And also, you might need to have like all this other stuff. Like I said, cost. Our insurance company is going to pay money for VR helmets, so they're going to pay money for those little like walking things to really get you immersed. And people who are if they need to do all this stuff, are they going to pay for the internet if they need to? Or heck, maybe they're going to be in a place where the internet is not as good. These are questions I actually think about. I think about these things. And my worry is if these things don't. My worry is just that if this doesn't, if this stuff does just, I worry because if this stuff doesn't, is not talked about, if this stuff is not actually, brought to light and such, my fear is that this stuff will not be, this will not be carried on and stuff like that. This will not be talked about. This is not going to be something that people are like, oh my gosh, we'll do it. Like, this is going to be great. No, 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 no. This stuff here, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be, they're like say, oh, we're sorry, we can't help you with that, But that's my main fear. Even though, so, oh, you can put it on your phone or whatever. Sorry if your phone is not good enough or you don't have the right type of service or anything else. So these are things that we have to look into, and what is the answer to this? I hope they can find the answer, but right now, I don't know what's the solution to that is. Hopefully, they find out the answers. Hopefully, they do, and that's what we all have, hope. And hopefully you like this review, this whole thing, this podcast and such. We hope you like this. And by the way, if you liked it, click like on there, subscribe. Tell all the people around you, the friends and everything else. Continue to support the Dukect Lounge, and hopefully, there'll be more stuff coming. I'm working to make sure video game reviews. I hopefully will get that done. Hopefully by next Tuesday. I got the film, I got the footage, I got the stuff. I'm ready to go. All I need to do is just sit here and edit it, which is remotely a lot easier. I'm just going to sit back and edit and do all the other things I need to do. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that. So that's going to be fun this weekend. And then I'm going to get into Terminus. And then we're going to probably do some more stuff here, more video games and probably more stuff there. So that's the plan. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for being here. This is Dukect. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.